After almost 2 years of online learning, students are back to campus, and with it comes a new set of challenges for university administration and even students regarding the newly adopted policies to mitigate COVID-19.
I think it's sufficient. Even though it's still the first week, we're still trying to adapt.
What looks like a challenge for some is a blessing for others.
I really like the fact that they have options for classes. For instance, not all classes are face-to-face. I thought it was a good idea for them to vaccinate all students that would be coming here on campus. And for those that didn't want to get vaccinated, they had to take the weekly antigen test. I thought those were like good measures against the quarantine. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to enforce the mask policy here on campus because not a lot of people are wearing masks as much as they should or as much as I'd like to.
At the moment, 80% of AUC community is vaccinated due to AUC's policies of vaccination being mandatory. Despite that, outside AUC community, there has been resistance to the vaccine. Is it the same inside campus?
Well, I personally prefer that everybody has to stick to the masks and get the vaccine, because I was one of the people who was going to get the vaccine regardless of whether it was mandated by the university. So I feel like it makes it a little bit less likely for you to get COVID, even though you can get it still. But it makes me feel a little bit more comfortable being here. I feel like they personally should just reinforce wearing the masks even more, or maybe just promote social distancing even more sometimes in the outdoor area specifically, because the plaza area tends to get really, really crowded during assembly hour. So I feel like that's it. But people genuinely do stick to the masks in classes, so I feel like that's something they got right.
On the other hand, going around university classes, it seems that not all students abide by the set policies.
I really think they should be much more stricter when it comes to masks. I feel like they're making it very lenient, especially outdoor where it's actually more crowded rather than indoor where social distancing takes place. So I really think they should really reevaluate their mask policies.
While AUC community at large is welcoming the new policies and is trying to adhere to them to protect itself from COVID, doubts are lurking about the efficacy of the rules set in place, and there could be some solutions.
Everybody on campus is so excited to return back to normalcy. We do kind of fall back and don't actually enforce it rule by rule. And I certainly think that there is an aspect that has to be implemented on AUC's side, not just the people's side as well. There could be enforced fines for those that don't wear masks, because we do find that even in outdoor areas, people are getting very close, but they don't actually wear masks, and they hug and they kiss, and we forget that there's even COVID when you're on campus. So I feel like some sort of negative reinforcement might help, because so far that hasn't been happening, and I forget that there's COVID on campus.
As the university empties by the end of the day, the question still remains: when will life get back to normal? This is Adel Fakhry reporting for AUCTV.